Hey, what's up guys? I wanted to talk about amp modeling and kind of my journey with it. I had an orange Rocker Verb 2x12 combo and I wrenched my back getting it back into my car after a show, and I was like, you know what, there's got to be a better way. And I looked into the Line6 Helix. I ordered a Helix LT and sort of went headfirst into the modeling world, sold all of my pedals, sold my amps, and went full on into exploring the Helix. What sort of started to guide me in my journey with it was looking at use case scenarios. You know, you could use it as just purely direct into the PA. You can use it plugging into a flat response speaker. You can plug it into the power amp section of an actual amp. You can use it as just an effects pedal board and running 4-cable method. I tried all this stuff, and one of the main things I wanted to do with it was cut down on the amount of heavy gear I was dragging to shows, and it helped with that. But it took a long time to get used to hearing the mic'd amp sound, not the sound of the amp in a room. And that's a weird thing to have to try to accept the difference in those two things. And basically I came out of it with the idea of, I'm going to keep a tube amp rig and a pedal board full of pedals that I like. And I'm also going to have a modeler rig for when I don't feel like dragging all that heavy equipment, and I'll have both and I can use them whenever I feel like it. So my modeling rig, I ended up going with a Line6 HX Stomp XL. The reason for that is the Helix LT, I didn't really get along with the expression pedal that's built into it. It got really squeaky, and even I lubricated it and it still didn't really feel comfortable to use for me. In addition to that, I didn't like the built-in tuner. I couldn't seem to get along with that, and I didn't want to have this giant Helix LT and then have to plug an expression pedal and a tuner into that. It just didn't seem intuitive to do that. So I also was not fully utilizing all the DSP available in the Helix LT. I'm kind of using it in a pretty basic way, and so I decided to downsize it and put it all onto a pedal train Metro 20. But that's where I am, and I really like it, and I'm running that into a Fender Tone Master 1x12 flat response speaker. Those are great. They have kickback legs, so you can point it more towards your ears when you're on stage. So you have stage volume, you can get feedback, and it also has an onboard EQ. You can cut the highs a little bit or boost the lows, whatever you want to do. And then I'm running the direct XLR out of the Tone Master to front of house, and it's great. So this is my pedal board. This is the Pedal Train Metro 20, and it is just the perfect size for what I'm doing with it. I've got the HX Stomp XL. I've got the Dunlop expression pedal that I'm using strictly just for wah pedal, and I've got a TC Electronic Polytune, and it's the perfect size board. It's super portable. So this is my preset that I use for live. I'm using the Line6 2204 mod amp with the Kali V30 4x12 cab and the 160 ribbon mic. Sounds like this. It's pretty high gain, but it cleans up pretty good. I never really need a fully clean sound, so I just kind of roll the volume back, clean it up. I have the transistor tape delay. Really like that one. And I love the tap tempo feature. So I just tap out the tempo of the song that we're playing, and my delay will match it. Next to that, I have the boost. I have the kinky boost. With it off, it sounds like this. With it on, I have a pebble phaser on here. I also have the viscous vibe that I use for lead stuff. Then I've got the wah pedal. I'm using the Facile wah. And again, when the heel's down, it's off. When I start to push the pedal down, it engages. And it'll stay engaged until I put my heel all the way down. And then I've got my tuner, so I can use my Polytune Mini, which is my favorite tuner. All right, so this is what my signal chain looks like in HX Edit. So my guitar output goes into my tuner. The tuner is connected to the HX Stomp XL, and then this is the signal chain in the HX Stomp XL. So the first thing is going to be the Facile wah with these parameters. If you're looking to figure out how to set it so that pushing down on the pedal will engage it and then heel down disengaging, there's a bunch of stuff online about it. I had to look it up, and I honestly couldn't even remember how to do it right now. I'd have to look it up again. But so I go from that Facile wah into the pebble phaser with the rate set at 3.5 and the level set at 0. It's a pretty light phaser sound. I don't like it to be too wild sounding. I'll just like it for a little bit of texture sometimes. After that, we've got the ubiquitous vibe. Here's the settings for that. Rate is 1.7, intensity 3.9. It's on chorus mode. This is the kinky boost next in line. Drive, like I said, it's pretty low. I could probably go higher on that. So when I kick it on, I like to get more of a longer sustain for leads and stuff. But like I said, I have the boost on, the bright on. When I engage the foot switch, it'll turn on the kinky boost, and it will also boost my level on this EQ that I have at the end by 3.8 decibels, so I can get a volume boost for solos. So after that, I have the amp and cab block. I'm using the Line6 2204 mod. Here's my settings. The 4x12 Cali V30, and using the 160 ribbon mic again. Next in line's the delay. It's the transistor tape, like I said. I like that to be kind of lower on the mix, so it's not overwhelming. I have a dynamic ambience reverb on all the time that just gives it a little bit more of a room sound. So that's always on, and then at the end of my chain I have a high and low cut. So the low cut I have at about 37 hertz and the high cut at 18.9 kilohertz, just to kind of take the edge off the high end and not make the low end so boomy. And then this is where I engage that boost for my solos. You can see when I engage that kinky boost, it's boosting the level out here. And then the main out here, when I'm running this in Logic, I try to keep it flat at about 0. But when I'm running it into my Tone Master, I boost this up so that I can get more volume out of that Tone Master cab. If I run the volume higher here in Logic, it sounds distorted, but not when I use the Tone Master. So let me know if you guys have any questions about any of my settings or anything like this. Happy to share. I don't know even probably a tiny fraction of what there is to know about the Helix, but I know what I know, and I can try to help answer questions. As always, like and subscribe, comment. Thanks for watching.